My name is Jim Fletcher. I'm the football coach here at Crest. I'd like to welcome people who have not been here to our campus. And for those that have and had the opportunity to visit, we welcome you back. Our football program is set in the mission of becoming a champion. And a champion isn't always about winning. It's about becoming the best you can become. And our first focus, obviously, is that of a person. Becoming the best person you become. Next, obviously, here in an academic situation is to be the best student you become. And then finally, and just as important, is become the best athlete you become. But they all come into making that championship person. Now, although I didn't know Greg, he has been described me as a true champion. A man that embodied the essence of the things that we're trying to do, and a man that was a champion in every walk of his life. And not knowing him, I'm a little uncomfortable being able to do this, but at the same time, got a classmate, teammates, and friends of Greg's. I think that it can better do this. And so without any further ado, I'm going to introduce Evan Rosen, who was a classmate, teammate, probably more important, a friend. And that friendship developed through his getting to know Greg through his Pinecrest experience and his athletic experience here. Mr. Evan Rosen.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Coach Fletcher. We are all here today to dedicate a very special room to a very special person. And in this process, kick off a new Pinecrest football tradition. I'd like to start off by thanking a few people, though, who made this possible. First of all, I want to thank all of you for being here, all the football players. I want to thank Patricia Boyd, Pat Kogel, Coach Fletcher, Dr. Kogel, for helping to make this a reality. I'd like to thank the donors from the bottom of my heart, not just for your generosity, but for your responses as well. I've saved each of your emails and letters and will cherish them always. I'd like to thank my close friends, my girlfriend Kim, and my parents and family, as well as Greg and Barbara's family, for all your love and support. And most importantly, again, I want to thank the players in advance for helping to make this dream come true. With your help, we're going to create a winning Pinecrest football tradition while honoring a great man. All over the world, successful teams have traditions to help them achieve beyond their wildest aspirations. Clemson University's football program that won the national championship in 1982 has the Rock. Howard's Rock, named for legendary coach Frank Howard, was brought to Clemson from Death Valley, California. Coach Howard told his players that if they would give 110%, they would have the privilege of rubbing the Rock. The Tigers crushed the first team they played after starting this tradition, and players continue to touch that white flint rock before every home game. Notre Dame has the "Play Like a Champion" signs. Lou Holtz, after seeing the phrase on the desk of his friend and former Notre Dame coach Jerry Faust, asked a kitchen worker at Notre Dame to paint the words "Play Like a Champion" today on a large gold sign with blue lettering. He hung that sign at the exit of the stairway from the football locker room, and soon thereafter a tradition developed where the players tapped that sign on their way to take the field. The following season, Notre Dame won its 11th national championship. Even a few months ago, the world champion Miami Heat, after being down 2-0 in the finals, turned to its new tradition that would start earlier in the playoffs. They had a large pit in the middle of the locker room that had the cards and pictures of each player. And before each game, players would throw items into the pit for motivation. Well, we all know what happened next. The Heat went on to win its next 4 in a row and won the world champions. Every winning program has some tradition or ritual that brings the team together. Now Pinecrest will have theirs, and there is no better person to rally around than Greg Wohrle. He rallied the passions and energy of everyone around him all throughout his life, so it is only now fitting that he continued to do so for athletes such as yourselves for eternity. On January 9th of this year, Greg Wohrle passed away after bravely facing life with brain cancer for 9 years. But if you knew Greg, you never would have known he was facing this tremendous challenge. He lived every day and every moment with passion and love for what he was doing and for those around him. He lived in the moment without fear and pursued his dreams without hesitation. He had the heart and will of a champion and lived a life filled with love, happiness, and success. Greg was a gifted athlete with incredible strength and tenacity. He was determined to play hard and leave it all on the field every time he played. This boundless energy flowed through him always. As a starting linebacker, Greg dominated, regularly leading the team in tackles. At times he started both on offense and defense, and earned numerous South Florida accolades, including being enshrined in the Crest Athletic Hall of Fame. And even though Greg is no longer physically with us, he continues to inspire so many people in so many ways. He inspires me to this day to be determined and steadfast in my goals, to never give up, to love unconditionally. Because of Greg, I'm a better man. Greg's passion has inspired hundreds of people to come forward and to generously donate record amounts, not just for this event, but for brain tumor research. Greg has inspired a team of top neurosurgeons from around the state to create a yearly brain tumor conference to be held in his name. A yearly fundraising picnic has been created, and the first event was attended by a few hundred people and raised over $20,000 in one day. A book is being written about Greg, which will be filled with inspirational stories, and a video is being produced. I encourage the student athletes here today to talk with friends and relatives this afternoon about how Greg still, even after his passing, continues to inspire them. Because after today, it is our hope that Greg will inspire Pinecrest athletes forever. In a few moments, we're going to unveil a plaque and photo that are now installed in the locker room, and we're going to officially retire Greg's jersey to be effective at the end of this season. The words, "Play like a champion," are embossed on the plaque, and those words summarize Greg and how he lived. Tenacity, pride, sacrifice, and triumph are just a few words that come to mind. It's about fighting for your teammates, for your coaches, for Pinecrest, and for yourselves. This is now Pinecrest football's plaque, and it's about to be part of a winning tradition. This plaque, located by the exit doors, for you to touch on the way out to take the field. It's to help you find that extra edge inside, to inspire you to take your play to the next level. Just like Greg continues to do for so many of us, let his passion and determination inspire you. So I ask you, for your program, for your coach, for Pinecrest, for Greg, and to create a new tradition of championship football, to touch the Greg Wohrle plaque on the way out of the locker room before taking the field of each home game.